This is Mecca. Yay, Mecca.
The idea from this ride came from a route on the Rouvy app. Rouvy is an app that makes working out on your smart trainer a little more interesting. One reason I like it is that you get to ride real routes. And one of their routes is about 2-hour drive from my house, so I thought I'd drive over and ride it for real. Now I tweaked the route a little bit so that it went through some interesting places and also ended where it started. The route starts and ends at Lake Cahuilla, which is about 10 miles south of Palm Springs and near the Salton Sea. The park has a day use fee of $6, which I don't mind paying because I figure no one's going to pay $6 for the privilege of vandalizing my car. Lake Cahuilla. You can fish for a fee, but you can't swim. You can also camp here for a fee. They got a swimming pool that looks a little on the dry side. That doesn't look good. Restrooms, parking, tons of parking. $6 to get in here. We'll turn you off now. Well, it's 10:30 and it's time I started riding. But I've got a bit of a problem. I ate breakfast at 6:30, it's now 10:30. I'm starting to get hungry at the beginning of the ride, so I'm already looking for food. Now, one of the first things that struck me cycling around this region is the quality of the cycling infrastructure. Most of the roads with any kind of traffic have a bike lane, and most of the bike lanes are really nice, like 6 feet wide, smooth, no debris. Quite often there's a separator between traffic and bike. After a few miles I turned onto this road, which does have a little bit of traffic, but it's a 4-lane divided highway with a beautiful bike lane on both sides and a separator strip, and then there's a sidewalk and there's even an equestrian trail off to the far right. It's like the city planners came in and they saw it was all just scrub, chaparral. And they said, land is really cheap out here. If we want people to come move out here, we're going to have to make it really nice. So don't worry about traffic. We got 4-lane highways. Hey, if you want to go for a bike ride around the neighborhood, we got beautiful bike paths. You want to go for a walk around the neighborhood, we got a nice pedestrian area. Hey, you can even come ride your horse if you want to. It's like they really wanted people to come out here to live, and they did a great job. I would love to live out here. Until my first air conditioning bill. Now this is more the kind of road I was expecting to be riding on. This piece of road meets my expectations. The previous piece of road far exceeded them. Now if you saw my previous video cycling through the Central California Valley, you'll remember I had issues with Google Maps trying to route me over dirt. So I made a point of reviewing this route very carefully. And Google Maps had routed me down this road, swearing it was paved. Obviously it is not. Now I actually built this route with Ride with GPS, but they used data from Google Maps, so they're the ones to blame. Anyhow, I caught the error before I rode the route, so no problem, just routed around it. I think it's time for a little drone video. Finally, about 20 miles into the ride, I came across the Alamo convenience store, and I didn't realize how much calorie debt I was in. Red Bull, cheese croissant, peanut M&Ms, and mixed nuts. That should keep me going another 30 miles. See if I can hold on to these mixed nuts a little bit longer than I did the last lot. Yeah. Okay. Mexican food. So even after eating that lot, I was still ready for some Mexican food. That shows you how much calorie debt I was in. Apparently, I'm now in a place called Oasis, but you could have fooled me, I didn't see any signs. My intent at this point was to walk up this dirt path and get you a view of the Salton Sea. According to Google Maps, that's all I had to do. However, since about 2000, the lake has been shrinking rapidly, and its shores are probably a couple of 100 yards back from where Google Maps last saw it. So here's somebody else's photograph.
Yay, Mecca!
After the Salton Sea, my next port of call was the city of Mecca. I wonder if any Muslims ever got confused by this. Please excuse me, I need to pray. Can you tell me which way is Mecca? Yes, that way, mate. Oh no, that can't be correct. Yes, just up the road, mate. What? Yeah, Mecca's just 5 miles up the road. I am so confused. I picked out a nice-looking Mexican restaurant on Yelp called Coquis, but they'd been sold just last week, so all bets were off. I had no idea what I was going to get. It looks like it's so new they don't even have a name for it yet. I asked the chef for a plain cheese quesadilla, and that's exactly what I got. It was lovely. After Mecca, I've got about 19 miles to ride. Welcome to thermal, now get off and push. I believe it's called thermal because hotter than the devil's armpit was just too long to fit on the road signs. Anyway, not too much to see here, and pretty soon I was back in scrubland. As I mentioned before, pretty much every road that has any traffic has a rideable shoulder. It's quite nice. And almost before I knew it, I was back at Lake Cahuilla. It's 3 in the afternoon. It's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Absolutely perfect. Almost no wind, no rain. Just wonderful.
side. The one around you will carry the blame for you. The one around you will love you today and throw it all away tomorrow when you rise. Another day for you to realize me. Oh, send me down again as the days stand up on end.